How's it going, YouTube? This is Kyle Fonger from Vapor Hut, driven by you, fueled by vapor. And today I'm going to be doing a review of the SnowWolf 200 watt. Alrighty, so here is the SnowWolf 200 watt by Leissimo. Off the bat, you notice how shiny this device is. It looks like an iPhone screen. And like an iPhone screen, it is a fingerprint magnet. I just cleaned this one off, but I guarantee by the end of this review, by the end of this close-up, we will see my fingerprints all over this. With that said, it is a sleek looking device. It is extremely heavy, very nice feeling in the hand. Buttons are all on one side. Your 510's on the same side as your buttons. And it is a spring-loaded 510 connection. We got vent holes in the bottom in case your batteries start venting. So let's go ahead and pop this back off. Just got this little lip right here to take your batteries in and out. You just gently pull up. It's got some big magnets. One big magnet on the bottom right, two on the top left. I'm using Samsung 25Rs. So the batteries are in series. As you can see, the top battery, we have positive on the left, negative on the right, and the bottom battery slot, we have positive on the right, negative on the left. So when you install your batteries, just like the Sig Ellie 150 watt, all you do is put this strip over, pop in your first battery, then pull this strip back, pop in your second battery. And back goes on. Now this device, unlike any other I've used, it will automatically go into like a sleep mode, and when it does that, it locks itself. So right now, I don't have to even click it 5 times for it to turn on, it's just automatically on, but it's locked. So do 5 clicks to unlock it. And here's our menu. No, the whole thing is not a screen. Your screen is just here at the top. And it's really easy to navigate. So right now I'm adjusting wattage. If I hold up and down power, the little Fahrenheit will flash. And now I'm adjusting my temperature. So if you're using a Kanthal wire build that you pop on here, it'll automatically put you over into wattage to adjust those, and you will see the temperature. When you fire the device, the temperature reading will basically turn off. You'll see the little Fahrenheit still, but the numbers will go blank. So it's nice. So if you're using temperature control, you can basically just leave this on Fahrenheit and kind of find your sweet spot without having to go through any complicated menu of sorts. Now if we go back into wattage, although this is a 200 watt device, when you go over 150 watts, it'll start to pulse, which means it's not giving you a straight 150 watts or 160 or whatever you have it set to, but it's pulsating at that wattage. This is probably due to battery safety. 200 watts is a lot to be pulling on a regulated device. Alright, I found an RDA that can handle 200 watts. It's the El Cabron. And the build I have in here, it's a little gunked up, but this is my fused staggered spinal Clapton or whatever it was called. Pretty insane little build. We're at 158 watts, and we're going to notice when I fire this, there will be a little P that pops up over the W, and that indicates pulsing. And you can hear it. Now if we go to 149, no pulsing. As soon as we go to 150, oh, maybe it's just over 150, so 151. Yeah, so up to 150, it will fire a continuous wattage. As soon as you get to 151, and this is already covered in juice, as soon as you get to 151, it'll pulse. Now to try the SnowWolf out in temperature control, I'm going to go ahead and throw on a nickel build. And there's no ohm lock, so you just pop it on. New atomizer, yes or no? Yes it is. I hit up. And 500 degrees, 150 watts is probably a bit much. Not that it will actually use that much wattage. So I'll show you, for example, we're at 119 watts. It didn't go over 47. So the thing with wattage when you're using temperature control is it kind of just sets a maximum initial fire. So basically, if you're running this at 50 watts, it'll try and push 50 watts off the bat to get you to that temperature. But as soon as the chip reads that temperature, it's pulling you back. So when you're using temperature control and you're trying to determine the wattage to set it at, just keep in mind the lower the wattage, the slower that ramp up is going to be to your desired temperature. The higher the wattage, the quicker it's going to try and get you up there, but it's always going to pull you back down to keep you at the temperature you have it set at. So at 50 watts, tries to push 50, and then it drops me back down to around 20, 15. If I take this down, if I go into wattage, and I take this down to, let's say, 30, which was below its initial ramp up, we're going to see 30 is the max. That's good. See, it's always bringing me back to that 15, and that must be the wattage that can kind of maintain the temperature I'm at 487. All in all, this is a really nice device, and it's one that can really replace the other high wattage devices out there while offering you the opportunity to use temperature control. It's solid, it feels comfortable in the hand, it is a bit of a fingerprint magnet. Like I said, by the time this video is over, it was going to be covered in fingerprints, and that she is. But it's kind of an aesthetic thing. Some people, this might really annoy them. Others, it's not a big deal. It's a nice device. And for $149.99, it can replace a lot of devices you might have already in your vaping arsenal. So check it out, the SnowWolf 200 watt. So that's the SnowWolf 200 watt. Really a neat device that can replace some of those high wattage devices and your temperature control devices, putting them into one that allows you to go up to 200 watts, which is just insane. You'd have to build really low to utilize all 200 watts. But nice feeling device. The menu is extremely easy to navigate through and to switch back and forth between temperature control and wattage. So yeah, I'm really liking this thing. Come on by, check this thing out, hold it in your hand, see if it's something that you can see yourself vaping. And this has been Kyle from Vapor Hut, driven by you, fueled by vapor. Have a great day, guys.